became the dumbest conversation of the NFL season. We had someone ask the head coach of the defending Super Bowl champions if they were going to bench their quarterback. By the way, that quarterback's fourth in the NFL in touchdowns right now. Fourth, behind Stafford, Josh Allen, and Dak Prescott. And we're going, should we bench the quarterback? Like he's the only person who's not playing up to their level? Saquon Barkley is one of two running backs that have over 50 carries this year that have gone for either no yards or negative yards. Is that because Saquon can't play anymore? Or is it all connected? This offensive line's not playing good enough. There was a predictability. The play calling hasn't necessarily been great, although I thought it was much better on Monday night. There's been a lack of connection with the receivers. 4 interceptions the other night. 2 of them are because of the receivers. And we're asking a guy, and this has become, which again blows my mind. I was probably the most critical person of Jalen Hurts early in his career. He has gone to the playoffs 4 times. He's gone to the Super Bowl twice. He's won the Super Bowl once. And he was the MVP of the Super Bowl. And 10 months later from doing that, we're going, do you think we should bench the quarterback? I believe Jalen Hurts, before Monday night, had thrown 1 interception since October. 1, I think it was on November 1st. And we're saying, should we bench the quarterback? Do you know how stupid of a question that is?
Okay, but your way's from Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you know how they are there? Don't you know how that fan base is?
But
you understand that?
Of course I do. But it still doesn't make any sense. And it's still crazy to have the quarterback in the NFL right now, who's 4th in touchdowns, have his job security in question.
But the world of fandom and media now is not real. The criticism of Jalen Hurts is not only stupid, right, but it's nonsensical.
Yeah.
And it's also not from anyone who has an understanding of what good quarterback play is, of what winning football play is. This is someone who's asking Nick Sirianni a question is because they're listening to things that are outside the realm of people who turn the film on and actually analyze what's going on within this offense in its entirety. Philadelphia fans don't want Jalen Hurts bench. Philadelphia fans wanted to fight you years ago. Philadelphia fans forgot that Cam Newton was 6'6", 250 pounds, and was like, we'd run up on him if we had to. No, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Right? Just because he wasn't giving Jalen Hurts the credit that was due to him. Did he not play well against the Los Angeles Chargers? Yes. But this hasn't been a Jalen Hurts problem throughout this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. The issues is it's not the touchdown numbers you normally want. The play doesn't look a way that you desire. And the post-game press conferences are vanilla and straightforward and black and white, and they aren't all fun. And so you feel that you need more from Jalen Hurts. There is no quarterback that has taken his team to the playoffs the way that Jalen Hurts is that should be criticized. There's no quarterback in the world that would ever be criticized after playing the way that he has in not 1, but 2 Super Bowls versus the best quarterback in the world. When you hear all of this nonsense about Jalen Hurts, it's because people don't know what it's supposed to look like to be able to win and not do it in a way that appeases you. It's truly, truly foolish.
So RC and Dan Orlovsky, mic'd up with the cameras rolling on national television, are you two sitting here and saying that there's no football analyst that has been critical of Jalen Hurts? At all?
No.
Nobody said anything. We're not talking about fans. We're not talking about fans. We're not talking about some reporter with the question. Have there not been people who played the game and are knowledgeable of the game who have been critical of Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Yes. No one said he wasn't.
Are they stupid?
The person who was asking if he should be benched, let me not call him stupid because that's a person that's in our business. The person that asked should he be benched, that is a nonsensical question based on one game's performance of a quarterback who's accomplished what he has.
Let me be very clear. Jalen Hurts shouldn't be benched. Jalen Hurts ain't going to be benched.
Be a talk.
The backup quarterback's name is Tanner McKee, right? We all know Tanner McKee ain't playing. I mean, we just know this, okay? So down the future in the line, I'm quite sure. But this year, Tanner McKee is not going to replace the reigning defending Super Bowl champion and the Super Bowl League MVP. As I stated on this show yesterday, in Philadelphia, Dan Orlovsky, which you should know about because your wife is from there. She's a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. If they can nip and tug away at you to get something out of you that they believe that they have seen before, they're going to try to do it. And the one thing that despite his excellence for the most part that Jalen Hurts has shown, he's at his best when adverse circumstances are created. They're looking at a man. The Philadelphia Eagles have committed 9 turnovers over their last 3 games after committing just 4 their first 10 games. He's committed 7 of them. We know that A.J. Brown was complaining about things with the offense. Suddenly, he's being targeted 35 times over that period, 24 receptions, 18 first downs, 342 yards. The brother is balling, and they're still losing. What I'm saying to you is that the Philadelphia Eagle fan base, is it crazy as that question may have been, you do have a situation where they'll view a 3-game losing streak, particularly one that involved the Dallas Cowboys coming back from a 21-0 deficit to beat them. And they saying, what do we do? What do we have to do to light a fire under these dudes? Because damn it, what's going on ain't working because Sirianni ain't doing anything about it. Patullo ain't doing anything about it. We got a problem. That's a Philadelphia fan base. There's nobody with sense that would think for 1 second that Jalen Hurts is going to find himself on a bench in favor of Tanner McKee and get himself benched because of the Eagles' troubles. But what you do is you do what you can if you're in that business and in that city to light a fire under them, particularly when the star quarterback, who's the reigning Super Bowl MVP, shows you that the more you tug on his cape, the more he elevates. That's all that's going on
But
here.
that's not
There's
true.
nothing else that's going on here.
That's not true because Jalen Hurts is the one quarterback in the world I truly believe, and there are some outside of him that does not care what we say. There is no tugging on his cape. He just goes about his work the way he goes about his work to excel as much as he possibly can. Nobody tugged
So what
on his
happened
cape.
last year, RC, when he went and showed out and he came in the press conference and he said, "Is that what y'all wanted to see?"
Because he
An
understands.
historical running offense, and the focus was this run game, and I don't mean to cut you off, but like this run game, and it was, well, why are they running
his ability to throw the football? And he went out there and showed them.
No,
if you remember, A.J. Brown was doing the same thing last year that he was this year, which caused people in the media to ask questions of Jalen Hurts. And so he was answering those questions. He plays well, and he says, okay, this time, now you can't ask me that because I gave you what you wanted.
And I would also say this, Jalen Hurts is playing better this year than he was last year. Last year was the year that he had more questionable performances than this year.
I was only answering RC's assertion that he doesn't care. You can't tug on his cape because he doesn't care and he doesn't react to it. I'm saying he does hear it and he does react. It's just in a very positive and productive way. There are levels that Jalen Hurts has proven he can take his game to when times call for it. He's proven that. Y'all have said that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Stephen A., but you're saying that, like, the media in Philly, and I don't know who asked it, and I agree, it's just a dumb question. You're saying they asked it because they're trying to fire the team up?
I'm saying to you, when you're doing talk radio, when you're writing columns in Philadelphia, I did both.
Yeah,
when you're doing that kind of stuff, all right, I'm making